Good day, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being the compassionate souls that we're moving together on this earth to just make this place a better world. Today, we're going to be talking about breath techniques and mini meditation. And what I want to do is I want to share my screen and get started right away. But I just want to say this is class 102 of the Compassionate Listening series. If you're a part of that, I just want you to be able to confirm you're taking class 102. And this program is for anybody, obviously, and we'll do a separate one that's not attached to the Compassionate Listening series. But I just want you to know that you're here. You're going to learn something beautiful. This can do such great life-enhancing changes and make a difference in your overall health. So I want to be able to share all that with you. So right now, I'm going to share my screen with you. And I just want you to know that these are my opinions expressed in my belief and the big picture of what's going on, and they are not medical advice, just to clarify that. This is going to be about a 20-minute presentation, maybe a little shorter. And Dr. Barb, I have my PhD in metaphysical counseling and sciences. I have an MBA, so I love the business background too. But the majority of all my work is based in language, frequency, and vibration. And when we begin to understand the power of energy, frequency, vibration, particles, waves, when we begin to understand all of that, life gets a lot sweeter because we don't have to fight anymore. We learn how to jump into the flow. We jump in the flow of life and it just gets easier. So please leave your comments and questions in the comment section for compiling, because what I'm going to do at the end of the 10 sessions, we're going to compile the Q&A. We're going to do a series at the end where people attend the Q&A, and that after that will be the certification process. In the meantime, I want to thank you for your time and interest, and I want to begin our presentation on the Compassionate Listening series on breath techniques and the mini meditation. So we know that as we take more energy into our body and we're visualizing that we're actually shifting the energy coming into our body. So let's talk about the power of this. So breath may feel stagnant in some way to you, but breath is actually movement. When we're breathing into our body, we are actually breathing into the lungs, and those lungs are beginning to move in and move out and move in and move out. They're a pump. And when we breathe in this quality air goes into the lungs, and the lungs then assist in distribution into your blood cells, that oxygen, that's much needed oxygen into your blood cells. So the blood cells are taking it everywhere, the veins are taking it everywhere, and it's going to all these different organs. So not only do the organs need the nutrition from the blood that's being distributed through the cellular makeup of your body, that oxygen is key. It's absolutely key. Fresh oxygen is key to your whole body. So I want you to remember, I had statistics in here. I took all that out. I don't want to look at the statistics of how long you have to, if you stop breathing, you'll die, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to look at that, because you know why? Because we're not looking at that. We're moving forward. We're saying, how do I take this breath and breathing? How do I make my life better with it? Not looking at the past and the things that could have been. So breath is movement. And it is the most important resource for our body. If we don't have it, we are not going to be here. It brings in the energy, it pushes energy through, it flows through us. I use my breath and breathing purposefully all day long, because the power of the energy coming in, I actually put visualization with it. I imagine a white light coming into my heart, into my body, and then I see it disperse throughout my body. I'm constantly cleaning myself with this beautiful oxygen coming in and releasing. Much like you shower the outside of your body, it's important to energetically shower the inside of your body. And you can do that with visualization, and the power of breath coming in also can make a huge difference, breathing in and releasing anything that no longer serves you. The breath is important. So let's take a look at why this oxygen is so important and what is it doing for us. First of all, when you're focusing on this, you're giving yourself a brain break, meaning the energy, the thoughts, the electricity booming through here, the creativity and the energy and the feelings and the frequencies, like, give it a break. Sometimes we just want to give it a break. You want to just turn this off and release that. And we want to go into the body with the oxygen and let that be the format of what our focus is on, not the energy inside the brain. So when we're taking these beautiful breaths, when we're visualizing, we're taking a break from the brain. So we're going to let the brain take a break for just a few seconds. Obviously, we have to have it on and moving in order for life to move on. But for these seconds, we're going to breathe in, and we're going to breathe and communicate to our nervous system. When we're breathing in, we're telling our nervous system great stories. And when we're visualizing this deep breath in, this colorful or white or whatever you decide to be to make it feel clean and relaxed and powerful and new and fresh, what that visualization for you may be different than me. I use the white light, a golden cord. I feel the freshness that comes over me. Sometimes I see a beautiful pink light coming down. Mainly I do white light, but everybody's different. So when you're breathing, your breath is communicating to your nervous system. It's calming you. Whether you realize it or not, those deep breaths in and out in a very short amount of time can calm you. It goes into your spine, your back, your organs. It goes into all your extremities. It comes out your fingertips and your toes. This energy comes in and out of your body. So you're relaxing your neck, your shoulders. You're relaxing your rib cage, your respiratory, your diaphragm, belly, pelvis. As you're breathing in deeply and then releasing it, you are giving yourself an internal massage. So when you think about those people that just do the breath into their chest, in and out, in and out, in and out, they're not getting that belly massage. They're not getting the full power of breathing in all the oxygen all the way to the bottom of the lungs, letting it swirl around in there, and then breathing out any stagnant or toxic energy that's in the bottom of those lungs. So that the breath in, going all the way in as deep as you can, and then visualize it moving around, scooping up anything that is at the bottom and pushing it back out. So coming in, cleaning up and pushing out, like taking a shower energetically with the body. So when you're doing this beautiful breath in and breath out, breath in and breath out, you're reducing stress in your body. You're reducing the tension held in the body. You're letting go of anything that no longer serves you because you're doing it with purposeful, loving intent. And when you're in this state of breathing in and out, you release fears. You empower your energy center to know all of your energy centers at that point are going, oh, it's safe. This person's breathing in, they're relaxing, they're feeling peaceful. So we must be safe. And when you're breathing into all those energy centers in the body, all the chakras, you're calming all of them, which is giving them assistance and doing the job at the best way that they can. So breathing in, and your body says, hey, I'm safe. I'm safe. Therefore, I can feel present. I can feel whole. I don't have to feel scattered. So you're literally giving your brain a break during these breathing exercises. One of the things we always say, it's simple and it's no charge. You can do this and it's no cost. It's just being commitment. It's commitment of time. That's all. So when you close your eyes and you breathe in and you visualize, which we'll do in just a moment, there are a lot of things that are happening in your body. I thought this little caveat here, the destressmonday.org, they did it in a cute way. So they're saying start the week, which I believe you should start, even the top of each hour doing this, but start the week with 4 deep breaths with a breath technique. So when you're doing this breathing, you're going to breathe all the way deep into your belly, slowly fill it, and you empty it with the breath. Just being purposeful about this and practicing this. You're going to create a count, and we'll talk about that count in just a moment because different counts do different things. And then we're going to be really visualizing as we're breathing. We're going to visualize taking in something positive with each breath. I'm an amazing teacher and I love to serve the world. And you're breathing in. And then when you're breathing out, you're releasing anything that no longer serves you. And in mindful breathing, we're paying attention to the rhythm of the breath. We feel the rhythm in, and then we feel the rhythm out. We feel the rhythm in, and we feel the rhythm out. And you're teaching your body to stay relaxed and stay calm. It's a very powerful process. So what we're going to talk about now is box breathing. But what I want to do is I want you, if you're not if you're driving or in your place where you can't be, but if you could take just a few seconds, either stare at something or be in the moment, And if you can, close your eyes. And I want you to put your feet on the floor and put your hands open, palms open. And I want you to begin to breathe in. And as you breathe in, hold the breath. So I'll count for you. We're going to breathe in, hold, release, hold, breathe in, hold, release, hold. So I want you to take a few seconds, close your eyes. And right now, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe in nice and deep, breathe in relaxation, and then when you're ready, release. So there's a system called box breathing, and it's a great training system, especially for children that you're trying to get to do an organized thing together, where we do this rhythmic, slow breathing. You can do 3 seconds, you can do 4 seconds, but you pick a number and you do this box breathing in and out. And what this is going to do and help you in so many ways, which we'll cover in just a moment, but it's also knowing there's a clear beginning, there's a clear ending, and we're going to qualify it by then adding the visualization of breathe in, hold, and breathe out, hold. So in the next slide, we specifically talk about that. So when you're, let's say you have asthma, you're learning how to love your lungs again, or you've had some kind of traumatic incident happen and you want to be able to get yourself calmed down, this is a perfect way to do it, because you're going to sit in a comfortable position. You're going to pick how many seconds do I want to use. This is all purposeful. And then you're going to sit and you're going to do this inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold for that amount of seconds. So maybe with the first time you're doing it, you only do it for 3 seconds or 4 seconds, or maybe 5 seconds, or maybe you have a larger lung capacity and a lung hold. So maybe you do 6, 7, or 8 seconds. But the point is to create this purposeful system of in and out, this purposeful system. And as you do, your body gets more and more and more relaxed. It's a beautiful way to start. And it's really great to work with kids, people with ADD, people with nervous system issues, because when we do that, we also then will eventually add visualization with it. And once we're meditating and visualizing together, then we can create a whole nother pattern of existence. But to know this is to understand when you're in this place of relaxation, you feel your body says thank you, because everything about it starts to relax and starts to become more peaceful, and it's not fighting you as much. All these things begin to calm. So when you're doing this purposeful breathing, you're actually activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for your rest, your digestion, your connection to the universe. It's responsible for all of these beautiful flows. And it also reduces your blood pressure and slows your heart rate, which again, calms you down, relaxes you, and makes you more peaceful. So these are beautiful ways to breathe in, breathe out. Like this woman's putting her hand on her belly and on her chest. She's feeling the air come in. She's feeling the air go out. And she's sitting in this peaceful presence about her. And this helps her body feel at peace. Exercise is a key thing too for getting oxygen in the body, because when you're breathing harder, you're bringing more energy in. It feeds the whole body. And to understand that, what is the relationship with breathing and movement? It's that when you're breathing in and you're moving it quickly, you're pumping your lungs. So you are actually, as you're breathing in and out during these exercises, you're pumping your lungs, which is moving all your organs and assisting you in getting everything moving on the inside. I'm not really a runner. I use other exercises, but I do understand the philosophy of this. I've done research on it. And the vascular connections between the diaphragm means the breathing positively affects the blood vessels, the lymphatic system, the way the muscles feel, the bones feel, the health of them by being used in a correct way, a way that supports them. And the nerves, it supports your nerves from your head to your toe. In addition, the way we breathe has a significant impact on our posture and our mobility. But I also want to say that when you're a runner, reflexology, there's this space in your here for your lungs to stimulate your lungs. And when you're running and those pads of your feet are hitting the ground, you're actually giving your lungs a massage. And that's why a lot of runners get that runner's high, because when they're pumping, it's not only the air in the lungs coming in and out, it's the pumping from the reflexology points that is also stimulating and eventually relaxing that part of the body. Because remember, those lungs are pump, pump, pump. They're sending oxygen out to all these beautiful organs, and the organs are being cleaned, stimulated. There's so much going on with them. Also, just another thing about the slow breathing, relax the body, it does. When you slow your breathing down, you relax your body and you become in this rhythmic, slow pace. And when you do that, those people that are having blood pressure issues and things like that, your blood pressure begins to slow down because you're not stimulating it with pantic breath. You're not stimulating it because your nerves are shot. You're relaxing everything in your body. And just like that, there's also, if you want to speed up somebody's metabolism, you want to get them up, running heart rate, get them going, we breathe in faster. So then you can add the exercises, you can add the running, you can add the swimming, because that brings in more oxygen to the body and then stimulates everything and brings it up. So when we talk about the level of homeostasis, homeostasis is having the body in the perfection of healing itself. So if we want to be in the state of perfection of healing itself, if something's running too high, we want to bring it down. And if something's running too low, we want to bring it up. So we want that pace of the body to have that stimulation where it's needed. So if we know we're like, we'll have a lot of energy and we need to do something to kind of stimulate ourselves and get us up and running and give us a buzz, we can go for a walk, we can go for a run. But if we're also very in a state of anxiety, frustration, our body's just buzzing, we can also use breath and bring it back down, because we want to maintain, whenever possible, the state of homeostasis. That way the body can heal itself. It's a simple, energetic solution to these things. So other health benefits are, according to the everydayhealth.com, which we look at on a regular basis. Let me see here. Hang on 1 second. Alrighty then. So when I was doing my research, I wanted to have some information to give you that wasn't just me quoting the things I've learned, but give you something. So in this article in everydayhealth.com, I found it worked along exactly with what I was saying. Like, we need to understand the power of this breath, the power of this breathing, the power of this visualization, the power of your lungs being this beautiful pump that just stimulates that energy in your body and pushes it out into the blood and pushes it out into the organs. And when I saw this article, I'm like, oh, I have to include that. So the other health benefits are that less stress assists in managing depression. So if we have people that are dealing with anxiety, depression, other nervous issues, and the mental health conditions, when I'm working with them, we are going to talk about breath and breathing, because we want to reduce that vibrational anxiety. Remember, we want everything in homeostasis. So anxiety and a lot of nervous issues are as your energy is running too high and it's a constant buzz. And so we want to reduce that and bring it to homeostasis. But also, if you're depressed and your energy is low in vibration and you're not having an energy, we want to raise that energy to homeostasis. Because when we get to the stage of homeostasis and we can maintain that, that's when we become healthier. So we get you to homeostasis. We teach you other tools to fall in love with yourself and to be able to assist in your own healing. So this is why this is important. This oxygen is extremely important, because we want to bring you to the state where you can start to heal yourself. When you're also doing this this breathing exercise, it's reducing the tension, which helps with headaches. And I truly understand this. I lived through some real experiences in the United States. When I first opened my company, there were financial issues, and I would sit there and be stressed out about it. And I would cause these headaches. And I wound up going to the hospital to be checked because they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And even after going to the hospital, they couldn't find anything wrong. And I came back, and a medical intuitive that worked with me said, the only thing that's wrong with you is you're not breathing. So we went over the scenarios of when I was having the problem, and she was 100% right. So what I realized when I got to that level of stress I was at, if I just sat for just a few minutes, even 5 deep breaths in and out, just 5, I was able to make that tension go away and the headache stop. So it's not like I'm just saying this because I heard it in a book somewhere. I use this, I live this. And it also relieves some IBS symptoms. Somebody else called me and said that it's true. She does understand this from a medical point of view, why it works. It can reduce the number and severities of hot flashes. So I do have somebody else that's going through this process right now, purposely using the breath and breathing for the hot flashes. It improves aspects of asthma and COPD. And this is true because I also used to be on 3 inhalers and medication for breathing issues. And slowly I migrated my way off of that. And breathing was a key piece. And my key piece for that was I would breathe in deep, 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 but then I would hold it in my lungs. I learned to teach my lungs to stretch back out. And I would hold it in my lungs. And then I would release it. And then I would naturally breathe back in. But as I started to naturally breathe back in, I breathed very deep, very, very deep, stretching those lungs back out slowly and then hold it. So I was able to get through some of the asthma things I was having with using breathing techniques. And I got off all my medications because I realized chemicals and pharmaceuticals are not really the best thing for organic body. So that's my process. And that's how I worked my way off all of my inhalers. And then also it helps lower the blood pressure. That's a big thing nowadays. We got a lot of myocarditis, and we have a lot of other issues going on. So we want to make sure we're not overstimulating ourselves. We want to stay relaxed. We want to control our blood pressure and keep it calm. There's a lot of bad stuff happening out there in the world, but we do not need to react to it. But if we do react to it, then we need to catch ourselves and say, okay, I need to calm myself down. I need to do some breathing. I need to relax. I need to be peaceful. It's our responsibility to put ourselves in that state of homeostasis and healing. So I found this article for everydayhealth.com to be extremely beneficial. So let's talk now about the meditation. A few minutes is all you need. Now, this is one of the things that actually probably kept me from doing it in the first place. I'm like, I don't have a half hour. I don't have an hour to sit and, do this guru stuff. And then I learned you don't have to. Like, we're talking a few minutes is all you need. And in fact, sometimes sitting there for longer for some of us is not a benefit. It's a detriment because we're just not there yet, especially in the beginning when you're doing this. But all you need is those few minutes of relaxation to reduce the stress. If you're in a meeting and it's stressful, excuse yourself, go to the bathroom and just take some deep breaths in the bathroom. Just breathe in, release everything that no longer serves you out. Breathe in love and light and peace and love and joy into you, into your heart, and then release. And then let all that energy out. It will reduce your stress. It also controls anxiety, getting ready to go into a meeting where there could be some issues, or you see somebody coming toward you that's always a stress ball. Besides reflexology, which we could talk about in another program, how to use reflexology for reducing anxiety, breath is amazing. And remember, it's the #1 most important thing you need for your life, your health, and to stay alive. Breath. And there's a reason for that. It is that powerful. So your breath and your breathing, your meditations, your visualizations as you're breathing in, all of this is going to support all of your emotional health. And we'll go through some other programs about the brain and where we create our thoughts and where we create the energetic and metaphysical pieces of our brain and how it works. But for the just tiny beginning part of this process, we promote emotional health through this beautiful breathing. It enhances self-awareness. When you can take a few deep breaths into your body and you feel stressed out, and then you scan your body and say, what's really hurting? Where's the anxiety? That gives you a clue as where you can go to relieve even more stress. So it enhances your self-awareness of, oh, wow, I did that to myself. But the nice thing is I did that to myself. Therefore, I can stop doing that to myself. So it's a great learning process. It strengthens your attention span. Because once you close your eyes and your brain goes into whatever visualization you put, all these little pieces of vibration, all these little electrical charges outside of here, trying to grab your attention and distract you in all different ways, you're not paying attention to those during those minutes of your breathing exercise, you're visualizing and staying there, it actually will give you more of an attention span and help reduce a lot of the ADD. And I understand, folks, I understand that ADD thing can be powerful, but I also understand that you are not a victim. You can learn to control it yourself. It also will reduce age-related memory loss, because when we're putting that extra oxygen in our brain, when we're stimulating it in such a beautiful way, we're encouraging, we're massaging, we're actually helping all of our cells in our body stay younger and more fluid. We are actually supporting the brain and the memory loss issue. We don't have as much of it because the oxygen in there, it's supporting it, the full life, the full abundance of our vibration is higher. When we're in this stage, I love this thing, we create kindness. We can be kinder because we're not stressed out. We're not taking on the heat of the world, so we can be more gentle. And that makes us be able to share kindness a lot deeper. It fights addiction. And now this I say because if your natural reaction is to take a puff off of a cigarette or have a drink when you're stressed out, then you're actually training your body like, this is how I control the stress. This is how I control the stress. But when you stop for a little bit and you come back out and you say, I'm going to teach my body how to calm down with breathing, then as you start to have any kind of stress or anxiety, the first thing you can say is, I'm going to take a few breaths here and I'm going to calm myself down, rather than saying, I need a cigarette or I need a drink. So it helps you fight addiction. If anything, the addiction is being addicted to this clean breathing and air that we put into our body, which raises our body up in health. And that's not a judgment against alcohol or cigarettes. We each have the decision to make on our own, whether we want that in our life or not. But if you're feeling a call to something to make yourself feel better and it's outside your body, then you probably need to think about that. I'm grabbing a cigarette or a drink, it's outside. I'm not able to just breathe in and take care of it with my own power. So it helps with that piece. It improves the sleep. Your sleep will be better as you learn how to use this breathing before you go to bed to do deep relaxation. It can control pain. We have many times when like a massage therapist is working on someone, they help them with their breathing, control the breathing, and they get in their massage and they can help do the release of this. But even in like with the headaches, if I'm having back pain, I can sit and breathe into that back. I can see the muscles being released. I can see like a micro massage going on with the oxygen helping my back, and I can release my pain. And I'm not saying all this happens overnight. I know we need to do some practice, but I also know if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm not special. I just have practice. That's the only difference. So I want to be able to help you understand you can reduce a lot of your pain, even with breath and visualization techniques. Decreases blood pressure, as we talked about before. And the one that's the most brilliant is it's accessible anytime, anywhere. It's free and it's simple. And it's really important to understand we have control over all those things. And that when we're ready, it's right there for us right now. So looking at the beginners, again, these programs are directed at all ages. And the beginning points of this is, if I were going to be working with you and teaching you this, the first thing I would teach you is to have a clear beginning and a clear ending. Set the scene for yourself, especially in the beginning. I'm going to sit in this chair, or I'm going to sit under this tree, and for the next 3 minutes, I'm going to do this breathing technique, because you don't want to be timing yourself or thinking about that part of it. Or I'm going to sit in this chair until the lady comes to get me and it's time for my appointment. Or I'm going to sit here until the end of this song. Maybe you have a beautiful song that gives you energy and you say to yourself, I'm going to sit and breathe during this song. So you have a clear beginning and a clear ending. So your brain is not questioning, oh my gosh, how long are we going to be here? You're force feeding me to do this thing I don't want to do. Like, there'll be a lot of yakking going on sometimes, but you're just telling, no, 3 minutes. I'm just going to breathe in and I'm going to breathe out. And you're going to create this little beginning and an ending, and you sit in there. So nothing can argue with you. And when you're breathing in the beginning, I visualize above my head, you have a chakra above your head. I visualize this white light coming down through my head and down through the back of my spine, the front of my head. I visualize this white light moving down through my body into my heart as I'm breathing in. As I breathe out, I visualize it going down my legs, down into my feet, and releasing into the earth. And then again, in all the way through to my beautiful heart or belly. And then on the exhale, I release it from the rest of my body down through my feet into the earth. Because remember, we want to breathe in this beautiful white heavenly light. We want this fresh air coming in us. And as we're breathing out, we want to release anything that's not for our highest good. So we breathe in the white light or golden quartz or pink light or whatever you feel comfortable with. And then you release anything that's not in your highest good on the out breath. It must be in alignment with your higher self. So this is all positive energy coming in and releasing out. So keeping it short in the beginning is perfectly acceptable, and in fact preferred, because once you can practice these meditations and even using your visualization with the energy coming in and the color, 2 to 3 minutes, you can make a huge difference in your life. So if you did this 5 or 10 times during the day, you feel a little stress, take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and just do this breathing exercise. You're going to find a big difference in your, not only your mental relaxation, but you'll begin to feel it differently in your body too. Your body will begin to respond to, okay, I'm going to meditate now. So your body will go, oh, okay, let's do this. So your body gets used to it and begins to really thoroughly enjoy it. And it's no longer a fight. I love this picture because I just see energy. Energy is everywhere. Color is everywhere. Vibration is everywhere. And as you breathe in, you can breathe out. I just see this as, I've been in places before where my head is stressed out because I'm just doing so much. And I just see, I breathe in the white light and then I just release everything from me. I release everything in my energy. I release everything in my aura and I just let it all go. And I see this person with such powerful, loving, kind energy as she releases on her out breath. And then more comes in through the inhale and then out. And she's just a beautiful, energetic body. So the big points to take away here are, it's in with the good and out with the bad, in with what serves my highest purpose, and I release anything that no longer serves me. I want to bring in good. Maybe I want to use words of affirmation. You're doing a wonderful job. You're here in the right place. You're helping so many people. As you breathe in, I release anything that no longer serves me, because that's a very powerful, vague, yes, but very powerful statement. I release anything that no longer serves me. And then your body will get into the condition of just releasing anything that no longer serves you. So a little visualization, meaning, in the white light moving through the body. And when I do this, I also see the white light as it's going through and moving in. It's also loosening anything that no longer serves me. A thought, an emotion, an ache, or a pain. It gets caught up in this white light, loosened in this white light. And when I breathe out, I release it into Mother Earth. On the out breath, I'm releasing anything that no longer serves me. I'm sending it into the earth to be recycled. And the in words of affirmation are, can be, you're so kind, you're successful, you're at peace, you're helping the world to be a better place. Everything that you do is touched with God's grace. You can use whatever words you want to use that give you that powerful in feeling. And actually, there's a list, a game we play called the ABCs. And that's a good time to talk about, remind yourself how powerful and how beautiful and how loved you are, and how amazing you are. This is a good time to put those words through you when you're doing these meditations. And then also, I'm getting healthier and stronger with every breath. With every breath I take, I'm more in my purpose. I'm more in what my calling is. I feel stronger and more powerful in every breath I take. And I release anything that no longer serves me. And as you out breath, all the tensions and stresses, they're leaving my body now. I see them go. I release them. I see them leaving. I see them melting to the earth. Or if you're hugging a tree, I see them melting to this tree. The tree sucks up the energy that I no longer want. So in with the good and out with the bad is the philosophy here. So I hope you've learned a little bit about the breathing techniques. I hope you've learned a little bit enough that you can feel confident and safe in doing this anywhere. There'll be more programs coming, obviously, but this is one you should keep in your back pocket all the time, because it can make huge adjustments and change your life drastically in a short amount of time. These breathing techniques, these mini meditations combined with visualization are nothing short of life-changing. So thank you for joining this program. Please join us for more teachings on energy, psychology, energy medicine, metaphysics, and the spiritual science and spirituality, science and spirituality. And I can't say this enough. It's your life. It's your energy, and you are not a victim. If you have even the slightest victim mentality right now, I want you to release that. I want you to be able to say, you know what, that doesn't serve me. Let me release that. Why do I feel this way? Let's release this, because you are a powerful child of God. You are a powerful child of the universe, and everything you do, we do to each other. If I'm helping you raise your vibration, I'm helping you raise my vibration. We are one. We are together. We're all in this together. So I'm Dr. Barb Tremlett. My website is www.soulsolutionssxm.com. And this whole program is about finding your passion, expanding your consciousness, and advancing your enlightenment. And as we do this, we all raise as one, and we go into this higher level of evolution. So I'm going to stop this screen share here and say, again, please follow me on YouTube. If there are questions you have, make sure you put them in the comment section. As I finish the series of the 10 classes, we're going to have some Zooms and do some questions and answers, and make sure that I'm getting, you're getting everything you need in order to be a successful, compassionate listener. My goal is to give you the tools so you can go out and be successful, because as you raise the vibration for one, you raise it for all. So again, I'm Dr. Barb Tremlett. Namaste. Enjoy. And I hope to see you on the next program, the next class, and know that we're all in this together, folks. Love and light to you all. Namaste.